Set in the slums of Haiti in 1991, Taste of Salt, A Story of Modern Haiti, 1992, is the debut young adult novel by American author Frances Temple. Told in 3 parts and narrated in alternating first-person perspectives by protagonists Djo Leguardien and Jeremie, the story unfolds against the backdrop of political unrest under the brutal regime of dictator Jean-Claude Duvalier. In the first part, 17-year-old Djo is hospitalized after surviving a violent firebombing by the Macoute, Duvalier's ruthless street enforcers. While recovering, he is visited by Jeremie, a young woman sent by rising political leader Jean-Bertrand Aristide, nicknamed Titid, to record Djo's life story and offer him a renewed sense of purpose. The second part follows Jeremie, who comes from a privileged background and was educated in a convent. Though sheltered, she is deeply affected by Haiti's poverty and dreams of escape. As she listens to Djo, she becomes emotionally connected to his story and to him. The final part explores the growing bond between Djo and Jeremie as their relationship deepens and they begin to fall in love. Through their connection and shared stories, both find the courage and hope to envision a new future in Haiti. The novel frequently shifts between the present and the past, recounting Djo's and Jeremie's childhoods. Djo and his cousin Lally once joined Titid's Boys, Aristide's grassroots movement in Port-au-Prince, which gave Djo a sense of purpose and belonging. After Lally is murdered by the Macoute, Djo is kidnapped by Dominican sugarcane growers and forced into slave labor. There he meets Julio, a guard who ultimately helps him escape. The novel's title refers to Haitian folklore. Zombies serve their masters without question until they taste salt, symbolizing awakening and resistance. Taste of Salt has received critical acclaim. ALA Booklist praised its gripping, vivid storytelling. School Library Journal called it a lyrical, excellent first effort, and Publishers Weekly described it as a powerful fictional portrait. It won the 1993 Jane Addams Children's Book Award. After 3 years of hardship, strength, and perseverance, Djo escapes his captors in the Dominican Republic and returns to Haiti. To his surprise, he learns that Aristide, once a beloved priest, has become a presidential candidate. As masses flock to the polls to vote, the Macoute responds by massacring 20 people. Djo and Titid's Boys continue to support Aristide's ideals. In 1986, Duvalier is ousted from power after being charged with crimes against humanity, and a new constitution is created that bans the Macoute from government roles. However, Djo suffers a seizure and falls into a coma. The narrative shifts to Jeremie's perspective. Regretting that she hasn't shared more about herself with Djo, she begins telling him her story while he lies unconscious. Jeremie comes from an affluent family and was educated by nuns, but she's always dreamed of using her education to escape Haiti's poverty. As she falls in love with Djo, she realizes she cannot leave Haiti in good conscience. Determined to stay and help Djo recover, she ignores her mother's possible disapproval and focuses on Djo's safety. She is also disturbed by the massacre of Aristide's supporters and finds strength in his public sermons, which often highlight rising water levels and natural disasters. Jeremie is offered a scholarship by Sister Claire, but in the end she chooses to stay in Haiti, sacrificing her future for love. Djo eventually wakes from his coma, continuing to share his life story with Jeremie. He recalls his escape from the Dominican Republic and many pivotal moments before the hospital. However, when he regains consciousness, he cannot remember Jeremie's story. She gives him her notebook, telling him he has much to read. Though they've known each other for only 8 days, Jeremie decides to stay with Djo in Haiti to help spread Aristide's political message. Together, they vow to fight for a brighter future for Haiti. In 1991, Aristide is elected Haiti's first president and the streets fill with celebratory dance. Frances Temple, in addition to Taste of Salt, wrote 5 other novels during her career: Grab Hands and Run, The Ramsey Scallop Tonight by Sea, The Bedouin's Gazelle, and Tiger Soup, an Anansi story from Jamaica. She passed away in 1995 at age 49 from a heart attack. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.